Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Cheers. We got work to do. Got 4 orders going out this morning. We got 2 on Depop, 1 on eBay, and 1 on Poshmark. How about that? Depop outselling the big dogs, Poshmark and eBay. Everything over the weekend was Poshmark and eBay. No Depop at all. And it's funny, 2 orders on Depop. Interesting. Anyway, we got shipping to do. Let me know, how are things going in your neck of the woods? How's business going? Did you have a good weekend? I didn't realize this was a long weekend in Canada. I just learned this. It was Victoria Day observed. So it's like a Monday in Canada. So happy Monday to my Canada folks out there. What's up? Mike Lorenzo's in the house. What's up? What's up? Hope everyone's doing good. I'll put the chat on over here too. Today's going to be a much shorter live than yesterday. That I can promise. We just don't have as much stuff to ship. 4 orders going out the door. No coffee orders going out the door. The next time we'll be shipping coffee will be Friday. The new coffee's got to get roasted Thursday fresh, and we'll ship out Friday. So if you put your order in now for Peak Blend, now available, you can go to chris@peak.com. There's a link down below on Facebook and YouTube. There's a link up there if you click on my name on TikTok. You can get your order of Peak Blend in so we can share that same exact coffee every morning. A little taste of the mountains, a medium roast from our favorite spot, Dynamite Roasting in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Thanks to everybody who already ordered. We sold out of the first batch, by the way, 56 bags of coffee, which I think equates to 42 pounds of coffee beans. We shipped out the door yesterday. Pretty crazy. Appreciate y'all so much. Can you imagine that? 42 pounds. Good morning. Sister Stephanie's in the chat. What's up? Sorry we kicked on YouTube and Facebook a few minutes late. Just waiting on some decaf. I'm waiting on some decaf or 1/2. What's 1/2? I bought it Swift Red Taylor shirts. I bought it. I think I missed something. Thrifting Tree, I know you've probably answered this before, but what are some Bolo suits, brands, materials? Thrifting Tree, awesome question. Y'all share down below some of your favorite suit brands. Let's load up the chat with suits and blazers and jackets that you like to pick up. And some, it looks like some materials Thrifting Tree has asked for too. So what are your favorite materials to find in suits and blazers and suit jackets and all that? Half calf? I don't know what half calf is. You're going to have to teach me, Erlen. Obviously, I'm missing that one. I bought it Swift Red Taylor shirt suggestion prize on ZZ. I'm not sure I understand if that's a question or a comment. I'm not sure I understand that message. I'm sorry. You might have to rephrase that one for me. Live thrifting today. Live thrift will be at 1 o'clock here it'll be on TikTok. I live thrift. And then if you missed that live thrift on TikTok at 1 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to download that whole recording and I'm going to put it up on YouTube. That'll go up tomorrow. 9:15 a.m. I'll drop that on YouTube tomorrow. Cool. We got some good suit bolos dropping down in the chat. Love it. Brooks Brothers, Peter Millar, silk or cashmere materials, nice. Circle S, that's a good one. Canali, that's one of my favorites. There you go. You ask and you shall receive. This community builds it up. Got my first return request stating a piece was missing a shoe and the box appeared open. Bummer, Cheryl. Sorry. That's got to happen. That's just like, you're going to hate what I say, but that's part of the business. Sounds like maybe it got hurt in shipping or something. That's got to happen. It's not going to happen a large percentage of the time, but it's going to happen from time to time, and it'll be a little frustrating, unfortunately. It's half the caffeine in normal coffee. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Didn't know that was even a thing, so that's good to know. I'm learning something every day, even about coffee. Y'all are teaching me. Twillery performance blazers, weird because they are machine washable but sell for lots of money. Yeah, great brand right there, Missy. Nice one. Thanks for sharing all those. Bolos. Tori, thank you so much. Just got your order for Peak Blend coffee. I'm assuming you're watching live right now, Tori. You got 1 bag of filtered drip grind. Is that correct, Tori? And thank you so much for your order. Appreciate that. That'll ship Friday. It hasn't even been roasted yet. It'll be roasted Thursday. We'll ship that Friday. Thank you, Tori. Sold an On Noir blazer, $95. I don't even know what that brand is. I'll have to look that one up. On Noir. Thank you for sharing that so much, Tina. Y'all are so smart. All right, let's ship some stuff. I gotta get my shipping. I got my shipping table way over here. My shipping shelf, I should say. I was doing some listing yesterday. Got some odds and ends listed yesterday that I'm typically slow at listing. I listed a couple hats that have been sitting around for a while. I listed some electronics. Not much. I listed 5 of these items, but it was good to kind of get some progress there. Okay, so our first item is going out on Poshmark. And this is actually in the closet. So we'll get this out of the closet. It's a minefield of lights over here. I think it's on this side, actually. So I bought, oh gosh, I forget the stats on these. I think I bought 12 of these. Oops. I swear I'll do, yep, there we go. I got it. So I bought 12 of these. We'll have to look at the date on it in a second, but there's 2 left, and actually this one sold. So there's 1 left after this. The 2 that I had left were size smalls. Kind of knew that those might take a little while to sell, but it's a polo puffer vest. And we'll look at some of the stuff, what's going on with this. So here's what I paid for it. $49.99 plus tax. So I paid up for these vests for sure, $49.99. And here's the MSRP, $188 on that. And this sold for, on Poshmark, for a best offer. I went back and forth with this buyer. So best offer, $99. And the buyer pays for shipping on that. So $99 out the door. After sales tax, I paid $53.49. So ended up making a profit of $25.71. But again, all the other ones sold for at least this much. I think most of them sold for more. The bigger sizes sold out faster. The smaller sizes take longer typically. I think I had 3 size smalls. So I think this is the second size small to sell, and I have 1 more remaining. I'm going to go ahead and cut off that TJ Maxx tag. Just like if you go to the grocery store, you buy a gallon of milk. They paid less than, the grocery store paid less than you did for that gallon of milk, right? But they don't like advertise that, whatever their buy cost was. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut off that store tag. I'm sure this buyer thinks that knows that I spent less than they spent for it. That's the way business works, but we're just not going to like rub it in their face. But I'm going to leave the manufacturer tag on that says $199 or what did I say? $188. So this is a big retail arbitrage play. Most of the time I strike out at TJ Maxx. I'd say I go to TJ Maxx and 2 out of 3 times I'll like leave with nothing or maybe like 1 item. But every now and again you get that big hit. So this is that big hit. I spent like $1,007 at this TJ Maxx. So that ended up being a pretty good profit day for me. I still have some other of those items left. Looking for a poly bag. But the best part of that deal was definitely these puffer vests. There was a few puffer jackets too. Yep. I think there was like 3 jackets and 9 vests is I think how the breakdown was. Most of them sold in Christmas time. K-Way Shops in the house. Thanks. Daily quest complete. Nice. I'm proud of you. Thanks for the dancing cactus. Thanks for the heart me, Donna. Thanks K-Way for the heart me. Thanks for the dog, South Texas resell. If you're wondering what's going on TikTok and Facebook, if you're on YouTube or Facebook and you're wondering what the heck am I talking about with these hearts and puppy dogs, and it's all the gifts that people can send over on TikTok, which I think is super generous, and I think it's also fun. Thanks, D-Real. Dennis Torres in the house with the heart. GG. Hey. Sarah supporting Jason Lives Live. That's all right. No sorries necessary, but accepted nevertheless. All right, so this sold on Poshmark. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a padded flat rate envelope on Poshmark. You can use any USPS priority branded shipping materials. They're free at USPS.com. You can even use flat rate stuff. So we're going to throw this in a flat rate one. I could put this in a box if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So this is going out to Barbara. Barbara, thanks so much for your order. I think you're going to love the puffy vest. Great example of wintertime items selling in the middle of summer. Premium stuff sells year-round, y'all. Mediocre stuff slows down a lot. It still sells, but premium stuff like a puffer, like a goose down type of stuff, even in the middle of summer. And this isn't going internationally. It's Poshmark, so it's a domestic order. And it's going to West Virginia, Bunker Hill, West Virginia. It is not wintertime in Bunker Hill, West Virginia. Sold an LLB lamb spool sweater. Nice D-reel. Thank you for the microphone, Bree. Sorry, I missed some comments. Let's see if I can catch up. Good find of the week. Ball and Buck Hunter shirt sold for $35 within 9 hours listing. Thanks for sharing that, Sarah. I don't think I know that brand. Ball and Buck Hunter shirt. That's the name of the brand, Ball and Buck. Good morning, D-reel. Bree, thanks for joining the team over here on TikTok. Team number 68. The squad is getting stronger. Jay Hayes is live. Nice. Thanks for the dog, South Texas. Palm Beach Blazers, any good? I don't think so. I don't pick up that brand, but maybe somebody else in the chat knows. Palm Beach Blazers. Does anyone know about that? Vicky, have you comped them? Thank you, Abby, for the gifts, the dogs, the heart me. I thought it was weird, maybe not, but just accept the return. Yeah, I mean, if it's on eBay, you probably don't really have a choice. They can force the return if they want to. But again, I'm not looking at the return request, so be careful listening to me. I don't have all the specifics, but my thought is that you'll probably have to accept that return. But make a good decision. You're looking at the details. I'm not. I don't want to make something up and be wrong. Cha-ching, Vintage Paradise Found Hawaiian shirt just sold for $57. It's a great sale price. A lot of people don't know that Paradise Found Hawaiian shirt brand, that's the original Magnum PI brand. I think he wore some different Hawaiian shirt brands throughout the show. The show was on a long time, but I think that was the original one. Magnum PI was the Paradise Found. Ball and Buck is the brand. Their button-down shirts has patches. Okay, like the shoulder pads. Gotcha. Cool. Anytime I find... and maybe this is how you learned about that brand. Anytime I find shirts that have like just the pad on the shoulder, that's for like hunting, right? Specifically. So I look those up because they can have really good value. And sometimes you'll find a brand like that, Ball and Buck, that I've never heard of. So that's a great bolo right there. Thanks, Sarah. Nice pickup. Picked up 2 bright colored Alan Fusser blazers. They sell super quick in bright colors. Nice orange blooded. Good bolo right there. Yep. I don't use those words on here, Big Mama. I think you get it. What's up, Lola? Thanks for coming in and spreading some positive energy. Hope you're having a good day, Lola. Hope everybody is. Hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. This is always so fun. My work is more fun when I get to hang out with y'all, so appreciate it. There's a little gratitude for you. Yeah, I think you get it. All right, let's do an eBay sale here. We got this Hugo Boss. Actually, we can go over the numbers. Did we go over the numbers of that? Yeah, I already told you. Made $25.71 off that. That was a great buy for me, buying all 12 of those. Definitely it tied up some capital for a little bit, but totally worth it. I picked that up on October the 26th, but most of them, the other 10 have already sold, and I haven't sold one in a little while. So I feel like they all sold like within the first couple months. So I got my money back a long time ago on that deal. So careful with the retail arbitrage. It can be tricky, but I've had really good luck with Polo Ralph Lauren, especially like unique stuff like goose down and puffers, things like that. I've always done really well with those. So for me, it was definitely worth paying up and taking that risk and tying up all that cash. I knew they would sell. Even the size smalls. I knew the size smalls would take a little longer, but I knew they would sell. It's nice to have interaction and listen to all your yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. It's fun for me. And then when I get off my live, I'm going to go watch somebody else's live for a little while too, usually Lion Creek in the afternoon. Watching me means you need to put off painting. No, go get your painting done. I'm running my second day of orders to ship. BRB. Nice. Love that. Cass is killing it over there. All right. Hugo Boss shirt. This is a polo. It's got a little zipper front. It's hard to see, but it's instead of the buttons on the front, it's a zipper closure. Hugo Boss. I don't pick up a ton of Hugo Boss. It's usually like a $15 to $20 plus shipping sale. And this one was $20 plus shipping. So I usually don't pick it up because my thrift stores, I'll have to pay $5 for it. And oftentimes they're a slow mover and might sell for 15 or 16 or 17 bucks for the button down shirts. The polos do a little bit better. There's just not as many of them. It's just a supply thing. It's going into Amber. But I paid $1 a piece for these at a garage sale, so it's kind of a whole different story. I'll pay $1 a piece for Hugo Boss all day at garage sales because I know I can price it even a little bit lower. I can price it at 15 or 16 bucks and still make profit. But I can't do that with a $5. I don't really like selling stuff for 15 bucks and I pay $5 for it at the thrift store, unless it's like a quick flipper. That's another story. But Hugo Boss for me has not been a quick flipper really at any price, unless you get really, really low. So this sold on eBay, so we're going to ship it through eBay. That's where we're going to print the shipping label from. And it will go USPS first class. This weighs in at 8 ounces. Sweet. So this will go at an 8 ounce rate, which is a little cheaper than the 12 ounce rate. So that will save us a little bit of money. If it was a 12 ounce rate, it would be $4.81. At 8 ounces, it's $4.15. So that saves us what's 66 cents. I'll take it. Every penny counts. It's going from Asheville, North Carolina to Dearborn, Michigan. It's time to buy the polo shirts and the summer stuff in Dearborn. Right? Finally warm up there. I love all the reseller to reseller support. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I love it too. Harbor Finds shop is in the house. What's up? How are you? What's the latest? Only got to paint an 8x8 section. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I'd probably procrastinate that for a few weeks if it were me. Live thrift today, yes, at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I'm running my, I already said that one. Thanks for the heart me firecracker pizza. That's super kind of you. Appreciate that. So $4.15 on that shipping label. All right, so I picked up that shirt at a garage sale on May the 6th. It was actually the first garage sale find I had of the year, like the first purchase I made. I made a video about that actually. So I picked it up on May 6th. It took 16 days to sell. It sold on Poshmark it sold on eBay, I'm sorry, for a best offer of $20 plus $5.95 shipping. My shipping cost was $4.15. So after shipping fees and cost of goods, I made a profit of $17.15. And again, I paid $1 for that shirt. So nice $17.15 profit. And it took only 16 days to sell. All right. Now we got 2 Depop orders. How about it? Depop is definitely got a younger demographic on it. They say that the biggest demographic for Depop, like users of the website, the biggest demographic is 18 to 24-year-old women, which is different than a lot of the other platforms. It's a very young platform. So the Brooks Brothers on there, which is really not a young person's brand. Thank you so much for that bullseye. That was awesome. I don't know what that thing was, but it looked like a big bullseye. Buried treasures in the house. What's up, Barry? What are you up to today? Nessie, thank you so much for the hearts. Thanks for joining the team, Nessie. Team number 71. The squad is getting stronger. If you want to join the team, all you got to do is click the emoji, the heart thing right next to my name. So anyway, old person's brand. Sorry, it is Brooks Brothers. Sold on a young person's platform. Sorry, it is Depop. So I sell a little bit of everything on Depop, even though the reputation for Depop is definitely a younger platform. And it really is, based on if you like Google like the metrics for these platforms. So there it is, Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate you. Brooks Brothers size large. I paid $5 for this shirt at a thrift store. That was on November the 28th. I think yellow sells slower for me in these Brooks Brothers, to be honest with you, but it sold up. It took 175 days to sell. It's also a size large, which is not a great size for me in terms of Brooks Brothers selling. So 175 days to sell. It sold for full price on Depop, $21 plus 5 shipping. So buyers all in for $26. We're going to ship this order on Pirate Ship. I have my Depop settings, so I ship on my own. I don't ship through the Depop platform because I can get shipping labels cheaper through Pirate Ship. I do that with Mercari and Grailed also. So this is going to weigh in at 10 ounces. So I'll go at a 12 ounce rate. just got to copy and paste the address for Depop here. So Alexander is in the Big Apple, New York, New York. That must be an interesting place to be a reseller, by the way. Is anybody like in like the city, like New York, New York, in reselling? I'd be fascinated what thrifting and garage selling would be like there. All right, let's see if this address copied right. It did. Again, it's going in a 12x9 poly bag like most shirts do for me. It's going to be $4.88 going from Asheville, North Carolina to New York, New York. What's the longest it's taken for you to sell an item, and what was it? I don't know the answer off the top of the head, but I think it's like something like close to 3. No, I've had stuff that's like 1,000 days or 1,100 days. I just don't. It would take me a little while to like go into the spreadsheet and find it. I don't remember what it was though. It's a good question. I just don't know if I'm going to go into the research project at the moment. I think I'd have to go back into like my 2022 spreadsheet to track that down. It's a little bit of a project right now. Thank you for joining the team, Nessie. I think I already thank you for that. So thank you again. Thank you, Diana, for that. Oh, that was the Love You Bullseye thing. That was really cool. That was a cool little gift. Buried's working, waiting on someone to do an appointment, then gonna plunge some more toilets. Nice. Some people will complain about the slow sale, but show me a stock that'll earn you 300% ROI in 8 months. Yeah. Hey, I don't want everything to sell slow. I'm not going to build a business on buying just slow moving, flipping items. That would be like getting into the inventory, like storage business. Inventory doesn't pay rent, right? It just sits there. But yeah, you're going to have some stuff that's going to take a little bit longer to sell, and that's okay. I don't mind it. I have inventory, like storage space for it, but it's good to have a mix of both. You know what I mean? But not all of it's going to be quick flipping. If you're going to sell clothing online, it's not all going to be stuff that's going to sell within a week. Vanessa, good morning. But that's a really good point, Buried Treasure, about like stock ROI isn't typically quick flips unless you're like a day trader or something. Even that is crazy. Diana, thank you so much. Love the content in the morning when I get ready for the 9 to 5. Nice. Diana, where are you? I guess you're in a different time zone, I'm guessing, because it's not 9 o'clock yet. Do you work from home or do you have to go into the office? How's that work? Thanks for joining, by the way. Thanks for tapping the screen and sending the likes. I see you, Lola. Kate, thanks for the heart and joining the team. Kate's team member 72. The Peak Squad is growing. We're getting stronger. So this is that Gramici. I'm going to show this to you. I showed it to you out in the garage already, but I'll show it to you here again. Gramici. It's an Italian climbing brand. Like if you know the brand La Sportiva, that would be another example of an Italian climbing brand. They make shoes and climbing shoes. They make apparel too. This sold for $28 plus, I think, $6 shipping. So $34 all in on Depop. This is not the best Gramici. Gramici is a really good brand. You probably won't find it too often, but this is just a cotton shirt. Out in the outdoor world, people are really looking for more like the synthetic, like moisture wicking stuff. They're looking for like flannels. They're looking for goose down, waterproof stuff, rain jackets, that sort of stuff. Okay. But cotton shirts still do sell, especially Gramici's a rare find. You're not going to find a ton of them listed at any given time on any of the platforms. So that one sold on Depop. And let's go grab that. First, I got to mark this as shipped to Alexander on Depop. And I'm going to leave instant feedback to Alexander on Depop. On eBay, it automatically leaves my buyer feedback as soon as they pay for the item. Nice little automation feature. But on Depop, they don't have that. I have to go put it in. So thank you, Alexander. You already got your feedback. You get your shipping notification. Cool. All right, next up is this shirt for D Harmon, this Gramici shirt. So yeah, $28 plus 6 shipping. I paid $5 for it at the thrift store. Thank you, Reisner. Let's copy this address and go back into Pirate Ship. So this shirt is shipping from Asheville, North Carolina to New Orleans, Louisiana. It's going to be in a 12x9 poly bag, and it's going to weigh in at, this might be an 8-ounce rate. Let's go 8 ounces. Nice, 7 ounces. So it goes at an 8-ounce rate. That'll save us a few pennies. Yeah, you get it. I haven't found one yet, but it's on my list. Bay Area, California. It's currently 7:30. Nice. I'm a programmer, but unfortunately, I still go to the office. Gotcha. Like software developer, programmer, software engineer. That's a good place to do that. That's where the big money is. I used to work with software engineering students and grads from a boot camp program out in Denver. And I worked with some, actually, we had a campus in San Francisco too, worked with those students too. I worked with the data science students for a little bit on the San Francisco campus. Gramici was started by Mike Graham, a stone master in his garage in Ventura, California. There you go. There you go. I'm assuming Mike Graham was a climber too, right? Is that true, Tina? What size is your desk? This one I think is the 54-inch one. I also have the 48-inch one, same one, Husky brand. They raise up and down. They got this little thing, this little crank. Because I'm an old curmudgeon. I don't even like power windows because they're just going to break. By the way, my power windows, I had to get my shop to reprogram one of my power windows the other day because it gets stuck in the down position on a car that's a 2021 car, by the way. So that's why I don't like stuff that's power that doesn't need to be power, because it's just going to break. It's going to be heavier to move around, and we move a lot, so that's a thing. So anyway, I'm off on a little tangent here. These are Huskies. I have them linked in my reseller shopping list. Anything that you can see here, monitors, keyboards, laptop stands, tables, my photo lights, everything, packing materials, shipping materials, all that stuff is linked in my reseller shopping list if you click on my name or go to chris@peak.com. So this shipping label is going to cost at an 8-ounce rate $4.15, going to New Orleans. Yes, tall rock climber. Gotcha. Makes a lot of sense that the climber, stone master, that's a pretty common combination, if that makes sense. I'm in web development, but I'm wondering on my next move for now. This is fun. There you go. That's cool. That's like the epicenter of like software development, programming, engineering. You are like in the heart. I'm not going to ask you this question, and please do not answer it. But I'm like in my mind, I'm thinking about that salary that Diane's got up there. But I'm also thinking about your rent or your mortgage too. It's so expensive. I had a grad from the program I worked at. He went and got a job at Google while I was working for him. It was his second job. It was about 10 months after he graduated. So he worked for 10 months at another job where he still made good money. And then he got the second job with Google. And he started at $250. And he was supposed to be in person in Mountain View, but then the pandemic happened, so he never did his orientation or onboarding like he was supposed to go out and do. And they pay for your housing and stuff during all that until you find where you're going to live. So he was going to have to move to the Bay Area and get a really expensive apartment or whatever. But then the pandemic happened, so then he was just working from home. And then he's just last I talked to him, he was still working for Google, but working in Denver, paying the lower rent in Denver, but getting the higher wage from Mountain View, Google. Anyway, stories from another time, but that was a big number. He's a young man too. He was a climber also. I think he was 22 years old at that time. He's probably like 25-ish right now, but I think he was 22 years old at that time, making that number. Smart dude, really hardworking dude, but gosh, that's a lot of money. All right, so let's copy and paste this. Copy and paste our tracking information. Go back over to Depop, mark it as shipped. And we're going to leave feedback for this person. All right, shipping is complete. We'll go over the numbers for those last two items. So that one is $4.15. And the one before that was $4.88. Pop that into our spreadsheet here. 415, 488. Okay. So that Brooks Brothers shirt paid $5, sold for $21. It took 175 days to sell. It sold on Depop for $21 plus 5 shipping, so $26. After shipping, fees, cost of goods, made $13.11 on that Brooks Brothers. Excuse me. The Gramici, I paid $5 for it at a thrift store. That was on March the 21st. It took 62 days to sell, so 2 months. And sold for $28 plus $6 shipping, so buyers all in for $34. After shipping and fees, I ended up with a profit of $20.94 on that Gramici. So nice sale on that one. So 4 sales out the door. Not a bad day. I'm happy with it. I'm happy that I'm not packing all day and into the afternoon like yesterday, although I had a lot of fun. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with like not packing a ton of stuff for a day. Cost of living is why the side hustle started, but leaning towards Oregon soon, maybe. Yep. A lot of people moving to Oregon from the Bay Area and to places like Idaho and Utah and in Denver and Colorado and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, wishing you the best as you plot your next move, Diane. That's cool. Google is the goal. Work from home is just the goal. Got to get my thrift fix too. There you go. Gramici is a funny story. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't think I've checked out the story on Gramici. My Jeep has crank windows, kids that hop in and ask how to roll the windows down. I love that, Kimberly. Some of that is I'm just sort of like a contrarian a little bit, you know, too. I think I have some of that built into me. I kind of like to zig when others zag, but honestly, like crank windows, those things aren't going to break. And if they do, they're not going to be expensive to fix. Literally, the shop had to reprogram. I don't even know what that means. I didn't ask. He's like, we had to reprogram the Windows switch. I was like, cool. Okay. Didn't know we needed a software engineer to roll a window up and down, but apparently we do these days. If you have power windows, that's fine. I'm not judging you. I do too. I just wish they were crank. Sounds like an inside joke with his climbing friends. Interesting. Does eBay auto add tracking for the buyer? If you purchase the shipping label through eBay, then yes, it'll auto add tracking number. You can also have Pirate Ship automatically add the tracking info to eBay too. If you ship using Pirate Ship, you just have to, you can Google it and you can figure out how to, you just have to one time connect eBay and Pirate Ship so they talk to each other. I use Jovi, I use One Shop, which does all my sharing and stuff on Poshmark. I've used it since September of 2021. So I've been using it for a year and a half. Big fan of One Shop. I have a link to it in my profile if you want to check it out and kick the tires on it. I'm a big fan of that platform. The only problem was they weren't Italian, so Graham became Gramici. That's funny. They were going to be the first Italian team to scale half dome. And okay, my gosh, all this story, I'm like reading it backwards, Tina. I'm gonna just have to Google this. I think I'm reading the story from the end to the beginning. I appreciate you sharing all that stuff. That's funny. Thanks for rallying the troops, Lola. Appreciate you tapping the screen too. It's kind of you. Yes, Google. I'm chuckling. I will check that out. I definitely will. Good stuff. Thanks everyone for hanging out. A lot of fun for me, just doing my normal morning routine, drinking coffee, shipping, and having you to hang out with too. If you have questions, let me know too. I love the questions. If you have wins to share, excuse me, or wins to share or challenges you're facing too, I love to hear about that stuff too. I use One Shop too and love it. One app for everything. Yeah, one little thing I like about One Shop that's like a sneaky cool feature, and I don't know if you even knew about this feature, Susan, is you can schedule your USPS pickup right from the One Shop app, and it makes it like just like a couple clicks. I would not spend money. Like, it's just a nice bonus thing. They added it a few months ago, or maybe 6 months ago or something. I would not pay money for that feature. I just think it's like one of those cool, neat features that just saves me a few seconds a day kind of thing. It's just neat. So I can be sitting on the couch and be like, shoot, I didn't schedule my USPS pickup for tomorrow. I don't have to like walk into the office, get on the computer. I can just be like, oh, I'll just bring up the One Shop app. And that's what I do. I go, and it's done. I'm usually asking a bunch, but today I'm busy packing inventory. That's cool. I like that you're hustling and working and got us in the background. Zero exposure brand sells well for me round here. Okay. I don't think I know zero exposure. Is zero exposure? I thought that was like is that like the Walmart brand? Zero exposure. It's like looks like it's I just Googled it. Looks like a lot of Kohl's and JC Penney. Yeah, I always thought that wasn't a good brand, Zero Exposure. I'm like looking at the logo now. I've always passed on that. That really sells well. What kind of sale price are you getting for that? And are you talking about used stuff? Is used Zero Exposure selling for you? How much is a shirt or something selling for you from Zero Exposure? I've always passed on that. Sarah says we sell it at Kohl's, which usually isn't a good thing. It means at any given time, right, there's something could be 60% off at Kohl's. I'm not saying you're wrong, Mr. Thriftastic. I would never say that. I'm honestly, genuinely curious. I also love that it has the background remove feature. Suzanne, do you use One Shop to cross list? I just use it for the social stuff, for Poshmark and for Depop. I just use it for that, like the automated stuff. I don't use it for the cross listing, but I'm very intrigued by it for the cross listing. Do you use it? And like, if you can share with me a little bit about the pros and cons of it. Okay, cool. Have you used other cross listing platforms too? I always think it's like helpful, and it's cool if you haven't, but I always feel like it's helpful to talk to somebody who's used like a couple of different platforms and be able to talk about like the pros and cons, or even if you tried one, like a free trial or something. I'd be curious. But what do you like about that platform? I'm very intrigued by it because I talked to Stuart, who I haven't seen over on Facebook. Stuart talks about using One Shop for cross listing, and I just haven't used it. I never considered it at first because it didn't use some platforms that I sell on, like Facebook, for example. I think they still don't do Facebook, but now I don't really care about Facebook. If I had to sacrifice Facebook, I'd be fine with that. I used Vendu, but it was one price and then one price for all the sharing and D-list. Gotcha. Maybe it was this style of zero exposure. I looked it up a lot, but sell-through wasn't good. Gotcha. I didn't look at zero exposure on eBay. I just looked it up at I just Googled it, but I didn't look at like eBay zero exposure jacket men's. I'll look at a jacket because I feel like a jacket probably has more value. I see a lot of these, like they kind of look like Columbia jackets. All right, so zero exposure jackets in men's. There's 116 listed, and we'll go to solds. So first I want to look at the sell-through rate. So there's 21 solds and 116 listed. Remember, we're looking at 3-month sell-through rate here, only the last 90 days. So seasonality matters. So we're looking at, that would be, let's see, March, April, May. So basically this would be from February 23rd till now, which is not really great winter jacket selling season, but the sell-through rate would be 21 divided by 116 for those jackets. So it's an 18% sell-through rate. That would be too low of a rate for me to pick up. It might be a little bit better in the wintertime. I mean, it's certainly going to be at least a little bit better in the wintertime, but I mean, even if that sell-through rate doubled in the winter, it's a 36% sell-through rate, which still isn't great. It's not too terrible, but the sale prices here are like, I mean, I guess some 20, 30, 35 bucks. One sold for $70. It's a puffer jacket, 70 free shipping, but a lot of like 27, 33, 19, 16. A best offer taken on a $17 listing, a best offer taken on a $13 listing. Here's a 3-in-1 for 45 plus shipping. An insulated one for 42 plus shipping on an auction of all things. $17, $17, $17, $15. Yeah, I think unless I got zero exposure really cheap, I think I would be passing on that brand, to be honest with you, based on just the numbers that I'm seeing for me and for my business model. I was paying $80 plus for 2 apps and now $45 for 1 app on everything. Cool. I'm intrigued. So Suzanne, now I've heard it from 2 different people that I trust. You've said it. Stuart over on Facebook has said it. So I'm going to go check out One Shop as a cross listing. I've never done it before. It's cross listing. It's just been my automation piece. So I'm going to try it for that and see how I feel about it. Making my first Grailed listing. Does buyer pay shipping there? It's up to you. You can set it either way, Lexington. Good luck getting started on Grailed. That's cool. I love that you're trying something new. PME, easy fix without scanner. Easy fix without scanner. Not sure what you're talking about. Maybe I missed something. JR. PME, easy fix without scanner. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I picked them up for $250 around here and sell them for 18 plus shipping. Hiking shorts specifically. Hiking shorts. Okay. Zero exposure. $250. Okay. I can't really, unless I'm at garage sales, I can't get anything for $250. We don't do any sales at our local thrift stores or anything. Everything's $5. So it would be out for me anyway, but it might be in for somebody else who can get stuff cheaper. So I'm seeing 71 results for, 19 solds on zero exposure shorts over the last 90 days on eBay. They're selling for, these are the exact sale prices. So a $12 item, an offer was accepted on it. So less than 12, $13.59, $13.15, $9, $12.83, $13.96, but an offer was accepted below that. $11.98, but an offer was accepted below that. $12.49, but an offer was accepted below that. $19.97, $19.99, $11.97, but an offer was accepted below that. $13.96, but an offer was accepted below that. $12.95, but an offer was accepted below that. $12.99, but an offer was accepted below that. $26.99 plus shipping. $9.75, $11.95, $11.99. So to me, we're looking at these comps, although there was a couple of good sale prices in there, to me, with good photos, cross-listing this onto 6 total platforms and having a little bit of patience, to me, these are $13 shorts is how I would value these. Maybe there's some that are better than others, but based on what I'm seeing, those are $13 shorts with good photos, good measurements, 13 plus shipping. That's the way I'm looking at it. I didn't look at sell-through rate on these, so 19 sold. And Mr. Thriftastic, maybe you get that number. I'm not saying that you're not, but I'm just saying I'm just walking through how I value an item or evaluate an item. So there's 14 listed, and I think there's 19 sold. So 100% sell-through rate, but and the ones listed there's a couple that are listed high, like 19 free shipping, $24 plus shipping, and a 30 plus shipping, but that's brand new on the $30 one. The other ones are listed for, the used are listed for $14.15, 20 free shipping, $14.88 plus shipping, $24.99 plus shipping, 19 plus shipping. So there's a lot that are listed cheap, $10 plus shipping, $6 plus shipping, $12.99 plus shipping. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not contesting your sale price. I'm just looking at, this is how I evaluate an item. And for me personally, because I pay $5 for these, I pay $5 for shorts at my thrift store. Based on the sold comps from the last 90 days, there's 19 sales of them, and more like 60-70% of the sales were like $13 or cheaper, like best offers were accepted. So to me, the market value is somewhere around $13. Some people are getting more than that, but to me, the market value is $13. I get above market value on a lot of things sometimes too, but and I'm not hating on your, I hope you don't hear that. I'm not hating on your thing. I think your thing is great. you're getting them at 250, which is a totally different thing than me. I'm paying 5. So 5 into a 13 is just math that don't work for me. Gotta go. See you, Diane. Appreciate you being here. Don't work too hard today. 6 platforms: eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Grailed, and Facebook Marketplace. It is. Yep. This is this is the peak blend that I brewed yesterday and drank some of it hot yesterday, and then the rest of that French press I put into the refrigerator, and now I have it iced today. It's interesting to me that I found them around here because there is absolutely zero hiking. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't come across that brand a lot. I feel like I've come across it in the past, and it's usually like jackets. I see the zero exposure tag on the jackets. And to be honest, I actually don't. I resell some shorts. Use the Peter Millar right here, but I don't spend as much time in the short section as I do in other sections, to be honest with you. So I probably don't even see them because I'm not looking for them. But they'd be $5 for me anyway. I've made some TikTok videos for one Posh. And that's actually like a really good point, by the way, Mr. Thriftastic. Like I talk a lot about like why I pass like or pick up brands, but all my stuff is going to be $5 mostly or higher if it's like a jacket or something like that. But if you're in a market where thrift stores, you can find stuff for $1 or $2, it opens up a whole bunch of other brands and items that I just instantly pass on because I know the value is kind of down in the teens. And for me being down in the teens and paying $5 plus tax on items, that's a tough ball game. It's a tough ball game. But if you're in a thrift store area where you're paying $1 or $2 on average for items, totally different ball game. Just like that Hugo Boss that I shipped out today, totally different ball game. I paid $1 at a garage sale for a Hugo Boss. I always pass on Hugo Boss shirts, but at $1, I'm going to pick that up. I've made some TikTok videos for one Posh one. Okay, probably. I think you made TikTok videos for one shop because it has so many features. Gotcha. I'll have to check it out. I wish people would tell us about those brands because I have a few stores that are cheap. Yeah. I mean, for me, I'll try to share that stuff as much as I can, but naturally, I'm not looking for those brands and paying attention to them because I can't sell them, right? Because I can't pay up for them. I can't pay $5 for them. So for me, I'm sort of I'm teaching by sharing my journey, right, and my experience. But when there's opportunity to point out things that I would pick up for less than $5, I'll try to do more of that. I do some of that, but I'll try to do more of that. So I'll point out zero exposure if I come across it and say, hey, if you can find these for $1, go ahead and pick them up. But gosh, I could say that about a lot of things, though. There's so many brands. If you can find it for $1. But yeah, I'll try to incorporate that more. Again, I'm sort of teaching through my own journey. I'm a practitioner, not just an academic, right? So not just sitting and teaching all day. I'm actually, buying stuff based on buying and selling based on what my local market gives me, right? So I'm teaching from that framework. Are you still doing any mentoring packages or shop reviews? I've never offered any of that stuff before, but you might see some of that stuff offered here in the very near future, but I've never offered any of that before. So maybe you're referring to somebody else. Thanks for being here, user 544. Barry told me about American Eagle. I didn't grab them, but for $1, he said to get them. Yeah, and I do pick up some American Eagle and have historically. Sometimes I can get stuff like down at Salvation Army in Florida. On half off day, I could find stuff for like $3. And I would pick up some specific American Eagle stuff for $3. Yep. Yeah, if your buy cost is cheap enough, that all of a sudden it opens up a lot of opportunities for sure. Because then you can pick up items that will sell for like $14 or $15, and you can still make pretty good profit off it. Thanks everybody for the 10.7K likes. I do appreciate that. I'm going to be live again later today, 1:00 Eastern time. To be live here on TikTok. To be live thrifting. I'm going to take you along for the whole experience. I'm going to show you what I'm picking up. And if there's like borderline items that I'm going to pass on, I'm going to walk you through that stuff too. And you'll also see the stuff that I'm passing on really, really quickly too. So think it's a cool learning experience. It's also fun for those of you who just like the thrift experience. Maybe you're stuck at work today and you can't go out. So I'll be doing that at 1 today. Hope you can join along for that. If you can't, that's okay too, because what I'm going to do, or you can only pop in for a few minutes. That's cool. I'm going to download that whole entire recording and I'm going to put it up on YouTube. That'll be up tomorrow morning. I'll put some comps on the screen for some education and all that stuff. 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's right. My local Goodwill is very high priced. My last stop now when thrifting. I hear that. I've been there before. That's how Florida was. It was really high priced. So I went to Salvation Army instead. They were better prices. Well, I'm going to sign off for now, but I am first sending positive vibes to everyone. If you're out there hustling, thrifting, sourcing, estate selling, whatever it might be, I hope you're finding some cool stuff and hope sales are rolling in for you. Appreciate everybody hanging out for a little bit of time with me. I know there's a million things you could be doing and you shared some time with me and that's pretty cool. So I'll talk to everybody 1:00 p.m. Eastern time today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be live at this time. If you're already following Thrifting Treasures on TikTok, Thrifting Treasures Mac will be live at this 9:30 time. And on Facebook and YouTube, I'm talking about the 10 o'clock time. I will not be live tomorrow. I'll be back there for Thursday. So I'll see you Thursday morning or today at 1 p.m. Eastern time on TikTok. Wishing everybody an awesome day. See you next time. Peace.